Hello, I'm Stuart Bloor, and if you've been watching my videos recently, you know that I caught some rough on the local canal. Anyway, as I said in that particular video, I had been thinking about targeting the species anyway at some point in the near future. Anyway, that time has now arrived. Get into the Pokemobile, see what I did there? Get into the Pokemobile, down the canal, and see if I can bank my target species this week. And look what I've just caught. My target species, and here it is. The Ruffe. Perfect. Well, let's get this one back and hopefully a few more before the sun comes up. My Ruffe session comes to an end. It's getting quite windy now and we're well into day. So I think the fish have stopped feeding. I've also had a few small perch as well. As you'd expect, similar type fish, aren't they really? But I'm happy with that one Ruffe. They aren't exactly numerous, they aren't widespread, and I've really enjoyed targeting them this morning. Anyway, as I often do, I've got to go back home. I've got a day's work ahead of me. Do you know what? I'm coming back out tonight, and this time it's going to be an into dark session. So I'm looking forward to, I can't say netting a few fish, but I'm looking forward to banking a few Ruffe. I'm back, as I said, and as you can see, just arrived, and my rod is already made up. Anyway, before I cast out, I've just put a few maggots out on the far bank. I'll show you my Ruffe rig. The clue really is in the fact that my rod is already made up. It's my perch rod that I've been using to quite good effect over recent months on the canal. So no need for finesse, no need to scale down. 6 pound line, and I've created a hook length of about 8 inches, and there's a size 10 super specialist on the end, adrenaline super specialist. The lead is 1/3 of an ounce. That's free running, of course, as you can see there, and the hook length has been created simply by nipping on a small shot and a 5mm bead. Simple rig, it works well. If it does the business, why tamper and why try to create things that are more complicated than they need to be? As I've arrived late into dusk, fishing into dark, there are 2 things that I need. First of all, I need something to tell me I've got a fish on, bite indication. In this instance, on that particular rod, there's an isotope already glued there, so that tells me when there's activity going on beneath the surface during the dark. And then of course you need some sort of light this side of it as well, and I've got a head torch for that. Well, this isn't a Ruffe. I think it could well be a perch, and it is. There it is, very cleanly hooked in the side of the mouth. No need for a disgorger. Another perch. Very small one, and that's now in the net. It's about to go back, and hopefully the next one I bank will be a Ruffe. Well, we're well into rough o'clock now. I haven't caught one yet, but I've just seen a weasel. It came bombing along the canal towpath and disappeared in the hedgerow behind. I tried to see if I could spot it, but it's quite dense behind there, the vegetation, so it had disappeared. But that's a great sighting. You don't see many, do you? But when you do, they're always a pleasure to watch. Anyway, how many times have I said that angling is the perfect platform from which to view the natural world, and that is a fantastic example of what I'm talking about when I say that. I'm back home now, as you can see. I'm in my tackle room. I had the 2 perch up to dark, and then I had a steady trickle of roach into it. I was quite surprised really, fishing with a fairly big hook and a big clump of maggots. I had lots of plucks, as I would expect, but I did actually bank fish as well. Anyway, no Ruffe, but I'm already looking forward to my next visit.